Good evening and welcome to Minnesota Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. I'm John Hawkins, your facilitator for the evening. We're so happy that you're here. Remember, during this session, your camera microphone are not working, so please put any communication that you want to have with college representatives this evening in the question area, the Q&A area button that's on your screen below. Remember, after the session is over with, you can find recordings of this event later on at strivescan.com/Minnesota. So thank you for coming, and let's get things started off with Arizona State University.
Excellent. Thank you very much, John. Really looking forward to being able to, let's present really quick. All right, here we go. Now, I think everyone should be able to see this, but I will also list my communication, so email, phone, stuff like that at the very end. Let me minimize that so everyone can still see. Okay, great. So yes, so my name is Kelson Honeycutt. I am the Pacific Northwest Regional Recruitment Coordinator. So I do oversee primarily just the Oregon and Washington areas, though obviously we are in the more Midwest here. So, but if you do have any questions, please know I am open for any student that is looking for admissions to the to Arizona State University. So I can definitely help out with any question you guys might have. All right. Now, I always like to start out by talking about our ASU charter. Our ASU charter is basically really what we strive for here at Arizona State University. So what I always like to talk about is ASU really measures itself not by whom it excludes, but by whom it includes and how they succeed. So that how they succeed part is really what we're talking about here. I could talk about our rankings and stuff like that, but really what I want you guys to focus on is a stat that I just learned recently. Our recent graduated seniors, there was actually a report out that 89% of them were able to get a job by the time that they graduated or within 90 days of their graduation. So again, we really want you to succeed here. We're going to put you in positions to help you succeed and make sure that you guys are good to go from there. All right. Now at ASU, we are located in the Phoenix metro area. So as you can see right here, the Tempe campus is going to be that main campus that you guys are going to be thinking of when you do think of ASU. But let's go ahead and talk about the 4 campuses that do make up Arizona State University. So we do have our downtown Phoenix. This is going to be located in downtown. You guessed it. Good job there, you guys. And there are going to be about 12,000 students that will be located here on this campus. As you can see, class size right there, student to teacher ratio. As you can see, average class size is going to be larger than the student to teacher or faculty ratio. But do know that we are going to have different teaching fellows, different, professors, whoever it might be, basically in the classroom, just to make sure that if you do have any questions, whether it's during class or later, you will be able to have those resources available for you to, make sure to ask those questions and understand the subject there. We do also have our Polytechnic campus right here on the right side, our West campus and our Tempe campus. Now the Polytechnic and West campus, these will have about 5,000 to 6,000 students respectively on there. And then our Tempe campus right here will have about up to 51,000 to 55,000 students. So in total, with online students, we're going to have about 110,000 students that do go to ASU, with 75,000 of them actually on campus. So if you are maybe looking for that big campus experience, Tempe will definitely be that place for you. But maybe if you're looking still for the big college, name, ASU name, but maybe you want to go to a smaller area, well, guess what? Downtown, Polytechnic, and West can absolutely foot that bill for you guys, kind of feed that there. So if you're not looking to be a big fit, or if you're looking to be a big fish in a small pond, you definitely can have it. Or if you're looking to be a small fish in a large pond, either way, we'll be able to help you out. Now at ASU, we do have over 350 plus different degrees to choose from. And this is going to be our website to be able to kind of experiment and see, what do I want to, kind of go into if you're undecided. Maybe if you want to check out, the different degrees we have to offer. I always like pointing out this Me3 game right here, because basically it's a 60 image game that, kind of helps you assess what maybe you might want to look into if you are undecided. Now, this website is going to be asu.edu/degrees. Sorry about that. And if you want to check that out, or just Google ASU degrees, you'll be able to find out some more information from there. But basically, once you do pull up this information, you'll also be able to pull up what's called a major map. Now, this major map will actually walk you through term 1 all the way through term 8. So that's going to be all the way through your 4 years here at ASU. So that way, if you are undecided, or maybe you want to really look into, what does this sustainability program entail? What is this business program, nursing, whatever it might be? What does it look like all throughout the 4 years here at ASU? You'll be able to look at this, and if you don't want to have a math heavy degree, you can look at this and make that decision. If you want to stay away from the sciences, you even want to stay away from languages, whatever it might be, this will really help you plan this out for your future there. Now at ASU, we do also have, we'll skip over that slide. We're going to talk about the Barrett Honors College here, because the Barrett Honors College is a fantastic program I do always talk to students about. We are basically the gold standard for what an honors college should be on a campus. We have over 7,000 plus different students within this, as you can see that statistic right there. Basically what honors college is, it's not a harder class, so it's not like AP courses you're taking right now in high school. It's going to be more along the lines of more discussion-based rather than lecture-based. It's a great way to also get letters of recommendation from any professors that you might need, anything along those lines, help you get into grad school later on. So definitely something to look into there. At ASU, we do also have over 1,000 different clubs and organizations, 65 plus religious organizations, 14 residential colleges, and 7 student coalitions to look into. Definitely something to help keep you involved whenever you're on campus. You want ASU to feel like your second home away from home. So definitely, keep that in mind. Definitely get involved as soon as you're on campus there. How do you become a Sun Devil? That's a great question. This is going to be our admissions criteria right here. So I'll leave it on here for just a second. You can also go on ahead and go to this website, asu.edu/admission. And as long as you meet one of these right here, you will be automatically admitted. All right. So again, we're going to kind of keep it on this slide because I am coming to the end of my presentation here. But I do want to at least, say as long as you meet one of these, you'll be automatically admitted to ASU. And if you have any questions, I'll be here in the chat. Please feel free to let us know.
Thank you so much, ASU. Next, we're going to have Columbia College Chicago.
Perfect. Thank you all for having me this evening. My name is Allie. I am the admissions representative from Columbia College Chicago. So again, thanks for having me. Excited to be here. Hang on just 1 second. So a little bit about Columbia. We are a liberal arts college. We're located in downtown Chicago, so specifically the South Loop neighborhood. So this is where all the hustle and bustle is. We're right down the street from the Art Institute, the Bean, the museum campus, the theater district, and really steps away from the 22-mile long lakefront trail. So if you like walking, biking, rollerblading, or what have you, you have access to that beautiful lakefront trail. So Columbia combines creative and media arts, liberal arts, and business expertise. So really you're going to find through our curriculum that we offer a very rigorous academics, that hands-on learning, collaboration, and career preparation. What makes Columbia, our Columbia education uniquely Columbia, is that experiential coursework. So what's really awesome is that it's not going to be all your gen eds and theory classes in your first few semesters. You are going to be taking those hands-on courses in your specific major from year 1, which is super exciting. We also offer those smaller class sizes and low faculty to student ratios. So on average, our class sizes are about 18 students. You will take a larger lecture style class within your first few semesters. So that will be slightly larger than 18. And then when you get into your more specialized classes in your upper level coursework, they could be even less than 18. So obviously with those smaller class sizes, it really allows for that improved access to your faculty members. So that will help with networking with your peers, again, your faculty members and the professionals within the field to help you kickstart your career. And then lastly, what really sets us apart is our faculty. So our faculty members are actually professionals within their field. So this obviously makes them uniquely qualified to share their expertise in the classroom because they're actually living what they're teaching. So they're artists, they're writers, they're podcast producers, they're animators, dancers. This is the connection that students need to obviously connect with them with the professionals in their field through their professors. So we are home to around roughly 7,000 students, mostly from our undergraduate population. We do have a small graduate student population as well. We do offer roughly 60 majors and programs. About 46% of our students self-identify as students of color. 33% self-identify as LGBTQIA, and around 16% of our students are first generation. So our majors, as you can see, span fields like the visual arts, performing arts, media, digital arts, communication and writing, music and sound, and business and management. So like I mentioned on that first slide, we do offer more than 60 majors and programs. So if any of these really catch your eye, please feel free to visit our website, clum.edu/majors. They'll go into more depth into each program as well if you're interested. You'll also notice that we do offer several BFA and BMUS programs. So students are actually able to apply directly into these select programs if they wish, or once you're enrolled, you can apply into those programs as well. So we practice rolling admissions here at Columbia. So we're accepting applications now and throughout the year. So we will release our first wave of admissions decisions at the end of October. So students will typically receive a decision within 4 weeks after their applications are complete. So we also make our admissions decisions based on a holistic review of your application. So this means we look at your academic record, and if you want to supply any supplementary information such as a digital portfolio or audition, letters of recommendation, resume, those are all welcome. We are currently test-free. This is new this year. So this means we will not ask you for your test scores as a part of your application, and they will not be used in determining an admissions decision for you. So portfolios and auditions are required for those BFA and BMUS programs I spoke about, but they're optional for our BA programs, but used for scholarship consideration. So we would love to see your work. Definitely submit a portfolio if you have one. You're also considered for 3 automatic scholarships just by submitting your application. So the first one is merit-based, second one is need-based, third one is the talent-based, pending that portfolio submission. Lastly, we highly encourage students to fill out the FAFSA if you are eligible to do so. If not, I'm happy to talk about any alternative options available. And just to wrap, I just wanted to thank you so much for having me this evening. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is listed below. I'm happy to help you through this process. Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you so much, Columbia College. Next, we're going to have North Hennepin Community College.
Hello there, students. Welcome. My name is Jamie Hansen. I am an admissions representative based out of the Twin Cities area, Minnesota. Specifically, North Hennepin Community College is located in Brooklyn Park, which is about a 20-minute drive outside of the downtown area. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So one moment here. All right. So to touch on our campus, again, just as I had said earlier, this is a community college. So we have what is referred to as open enrollment. Students can apply at any time throughout the year, though of course we do have those fall and spring start dates with half semester options as well. Something else about very common to many community colleges, there is no real detailed list of admission standards a student needs to meet, such as there is no GPA requirement for students to attend, just proof of high school graduation or GED completion. And we also have the option for students that would be taking an AccuPlacer placement test to help students understand where they would fall in terms of college placement in their courses. So again, really the intent of a community college is to make sure that we are an accessible option to many different students. The average cost for attendance is about $6,000 for the year, which is often about, at least compared to other Minnesota colleges, is often about a sixth of the cost compared to other four-year options. And keep in mind, of course, many students utilize community colleges as a means to transfer onto other training or opportunities such as the bachelor's degree. I mentioned earlier, again, we are 20 minutes from the downtown area, making us a very accessible option for students who are looking to commute and or stay close to home. We boast about 60+ programs and certificates ranging from technical training to other associate options. And we actually have 5 university transfer partnerships that are based out of our campus for select bachelor programs. We also have a partnership known as MINCAP with the U of M Twin Cities. Students that are looking to have transfer opportunities, but are looking to maybe have a side door into the university, often will start with us. Additionally, other transfer pathways include other, again, regional colleges throughout the areas that are meant to have a seamless transfer of credits. So students that are likely moving through the Minnesota state system often find that they have a very high transfer rate of credits and not causing a hindrance in accessing their next step in their schooling. MNTC, again, is similar, but it is the Minnesota transfer curriculum. So that is a specific set of general education courses in 10 goal areas that students meet. And upon completion of that, they do earn their associates in liberal arts, and then usually opt at that point to continue on for that bachelor's option in the more specialized training or programs. Some wonderful resources we have available to students here. We actually have an mHealth Fairview clinic on campus available to students. This is a relatively new partnership, but we, again, because of COVID and everything else, we wanted to, again, be able to make sure our students are cared for and that the community has options to, again, get that access. We also have a food shelf open to all students and families, no questions asked. We also have TRIO services. Some of you in the audience might be familiar with TRIO Upward Bound, TRIO SSS. We do have those services here at campus, which is a nationally recognized program for college readiness and success. And of course, scholarship opportunities for students who choose to enroll with us. A couple of fun facts. Many students do not realize that you can start undergraduate research at the community college level. So we have had students who have attended conferences in the regional Midwest area, have been published. And for students who are looking to be on a track such as pre-law or pre-med, this is a really great opportunity to shine and get an awesome start to, again, a much longer journey ahead. We also have study abroad opportunities with university partners. So again, not as well known for our students who start with us, but you are not excluded from this awesome opportunity. So please talk to admissions and we can figure out how we can make this happen for you. And finally, we are a part of a small competitive sports league, the Twin Cities Metro League, for select sport groups for students who are wishing to be a part of something that is actually competitive and not necessarily intramural, where we do compete against other local community colleges in the metro. Some standout programs I always just like to touch on. We're a part of the Maine Alliance Nursing Education Program that is for RNs who are going to be entering the field. We have a wonderful law enforcement program where students learn the more background theory-based courses, and then eventually we'll learn the hands-on training at our partner school. Paralegal is another awesome one. We have several students who do go on for law school and often will start there. And of course, biology, I want to tie that in with the undergraduate research that students do have that option. Lastly, it is College Knowledge Month, and many Minnesota schools do participate in this, where application fees are waived for the month. Some do, however, never have application fees, so please check out the college that you're interested in and talk to admissions. We can see how we can get you started. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And remember, if you do have any questions, please use the Q&A button to have those questions answered by our reps this evening. Next, we're going to have University of Wisconsin River Falls.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. We're just going to share our presentation here with you all. All right, Corey, take it away.
Thanks a lot for coming and joining us today. We are from the University of Wisconsin River Falls, obviously located in River Falls, Wisconsin. My name is Corey Clark. I am an admissions counselor as well as an alum, class of 2016.
All right, and I'm Will. I'm also one of our admissions counselors here. I'm a proud alum myself. I am from the class of 2020. So we're just going to dive right in and kick it off with some broader topics here about our institution. So we here at UWRF, we really do believe that we are in the best of both worlds, right? You'll notice in that map in the top right-hand corner there that we're really, really close to the Minnesota and Wisconsin border, meaning that we are super close to the Twin Cities metropolitan area, just a half hour outside of it, actually. And that provides a lot of great advantages for our students. So not only is there great commercial entertainment value within the Twin Cities area, just being the cultural hub that it is with all the different activities and festivals that are happening throughout the year, but it also provides an area for job and career opportunities for our students. We have a lot of employers in the area that we have established connections with that routinely seek the talents of our graduates. Now you come across to the other side of the river now where we're at in Western Wisconsin in the St. Croix Valley. This is one of the fastest growing areas of the state. Very beautiful, very scenic, and a hub for outdoor recreation. There's 15 different local parks and trails in our area. 2 awesome state parks 15 minutes away from campus. And then just lots of opportunities for hiking, biking, backpacking, fishing, even rock climbing in our area. Corey, why don't you talk a little bit about our campus size?
Absolutely. So currently from last year's numbers, we do have about 6,000 students who are currently graduate and undergraduate students. Within that, we do have a big emphasis on our undergraduate numbers. Reason being is because we're going to have an average class size of about 22 to 24 students. Faculty to student ratio of, or student to faculty ratio of 21:1. And what does that do for you? Well, as a student, that's going to give you the opportunity to get to know your professor while your professor gets to know you. And while that is happening, they're going to understand what your interests are, what it is that you're going to want to do or that you're going to desire to do when you're going to have your career. They're going to go ahead and your professors also are going to become your academic advisors. So what's going to happen there is they're going to give you a nice little roadmap as far as what you want to do, as far as what classes you want to take in order to interest you and what's going to be able to fit best for you. But speaking of classes,
yeah,
go ahead and dive in.
Absolutely. Let's talk about academics as a whole here. So we have over 70 different programs and areas of study on our campus, and this is just a structural thing. So we break them, we divide them into 4 different, we call them academic colleges. And these happen to be the 4 areas where we are well known for as an institution, beginning with our Arts and Sciences College. We have been repeatedly known as a center of excellence for our arts and sciences. Not only that, but then also our fine arts, humanities, and even social science programs. Going on down to business and economics, our College of Business and Economics is actually ranked within the top 5% of business schools worldwide because of the accreditations that we have upheld throughout the years there. Then going on down to education and professional studies, that's what we started off doing as an institution back in 1874. We were a state normal school for teacher education in the state of Wisconsin. Then there's a couple other programs in there too, like social work, communication sciences and disorders, you name it. Finally, going to Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences College. These programs here are some of the fastest growing ones at our institution. And yeah, again, ranging anywhere from like animal science to plant and earth science, all the way to even agricultural studies as well. Corey now is going to talk a little bit about cost and affordability.
Absolutely. Something that is always a concern for families and students as well. But if you look at your lower right-hand corner, it's going to cost about $16,948 to attend University of Wisconsin River Falls, and that is an annual fee. That's going to include your tuition, your room and board, something that me and Will also took advantage of, free textbooks. You don't have to worry about your textbooks or anything like that, having to pay out of pocket for that. And then, of course, you're going to have to budget for your personal expenses as well as your own transportation if you want to bring your car onto campus. The average cost for a permit is going to be about $330 per year. So you only have to pay that one time. But then your personal expenses, such as like your laundry detergent, toiletries,
Going out to eat,
all that great stuff,
anything like
having some fun. So, but obviously that's going to be our price for our school. And it makes us one of the most affordable living on campuses within the Midwest area.
All righty, so now just a couple updates here for you. Our fall 2022 application for seniors is open, and we do not have an application fee at this time. We are also a test optional institution, meaning that if your ACT or SAT score does not reflect your academic achievements, or if you just don't want to submit it, you are not required to for admission. Also the FAFSA, right, that free application for federal student aid just opened up this past Friday on October 1st. So that is open as well for you to start filling out. And then also for admitted students, our UW River Falls scholarship application is now open. We give out $2.5 million in scholarships each year to our students, right? So we want to make sure that you are one of those lucky ones to take advantage of some of those money opportunities there. And now Corey's going to kind of wrap us up here.
So Will and I definitely want to stay in contact with you. We want to be here for you for your opportunity when it comes to graduating or going to college and graduating and being successful. Please, please, please take a snapshot of this. Save this page for your personal records. We want to go ahead and reach out to you and keep in contact. Email is going to be our best way to contact us, but please go ahead and reach out to us. We thank you for listening to us and learning about more of the University of Wisconsin River Falls.
Thank you.
John, thank you very much.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much. All right, next on the docket, we have Concordia University, St. Paul.
Thanks, John. I appreciate everybody being here today. You've made it this far, so you all are 27 minutes in now, and I feel like you've had more, probably more statistics and facts and figures than you thought you were going to be absorbing all week. So I will try to keep it light, maybe show you some pictures. Yeah, my name is Drew. I'm from the admissions team here at Concordia University in St. Paul. I should thank the folks in River Falls for selling you on how great the Twin Cities are. They are pretty great, and we're located right in between them. We're a small 4-year private university founded in 1893. We have now over 5,500 students, but our traditional undergrad population is only about 1,700, so we're a pretty small private school. Your average class size here would be about 15 or 16 students. If you're looking for a smaller school experience, maybe that's the way you learn. Maybe Concordia has something for you. We have undergrad, graduate, and doctoral programs here on campus in St. Paul. So yeah, I mentioned smaller classes, smaller student to faculty ratio. Those are definitely selling points and reasons why a lot of our students come. Some of our biggest majors, business, biology. We have a nursing program as well. Last year, the nursing graduates passed the NCLEX at 100% rate. So they're doing really well there in the nursing program, if that's something you're interested in. Campus life. What is there to do at Concordia here in St. Paul, Minnesota, outside of the classroom? A lot of our students are involved in clubs and organizations. A lot of our students are involved in fine arts, music, theater, dance, studio arts as well. We also offer scholarships for those, which I'll talk about at the end, because I know that's what everyone cares about, right? Like, who's going to give me the best offer to go to their school? And athletics, another reason why Concordia is a little bit different than other private schools. We're Division II in the NCAA. So we've got now over 18 D2 teams, I think. So that's kind of unique. We're the only private school that's Division II here in the Twin Cities. And so even if you don't play sports, it's really fun to go to a football game, basketball game, volleyball game. We have a lot of fun out there every week. The admissions process at Concordia, very similar to what you've heard from these other schools today. apply on our website. It's free to apply at Concordia. Write us an essay, send us your high school transcript if you're a new incoming freshman. We use your cumulative GPA for admissions. We also use that to award scholarships, like I've mentioned before. To give you guys some reference, maybe a third thing that makes Concordia sort of unique, right? We're kind of small, we're really good at sports, and then the third one is we're really affordable, and the school cares a lot about affordability. We're the most affordable private university here in the Twin Cities as well. So when you combine some of those different unique factors, it makes Concordia a really cool place. I love that the school is committed to affordability. We care a lot about trying to make a private education really available to our students. So scholarships that I was telling you guys about. Our academic scholarships based on your high school GPA, those go from $1,000 all the way up to $10,000 per year. And that scholarship you're awarded after you're accepted, you're going to get that every year, all 4 years. That's pretty similar to what you'll see at a lot of other schools, but it kind of helps you put it in perspective. With our tuition, a little over $23,000, you could be getting an academic scholarship that covers almost half of that. We can also offer athletic scholarships. Like I said, we offer fine arts scholarships. We offer scholarships if you're part of a Lutheran church congregation, because we were founded by the Lutheran Church. We offer scholarships, a new one we've instituted this year, a diversity scholarship for students of color. I think almost 40% of our student body now are students of color. We're also offering that new diversity scholarship, $1,000 a year for first generation students. If you're the first student in your family to go to college, great, we want to offer that to you too. So I love that the school is constantly innovating, trying to think of new ways. How can we help the right students make college more of a possibility, maybe more attainable than it was before? The legacy scholarship, if you ever had any family member, even like a long lost grandma, I tell students, send your spit off to ancestry.com or something. See if anyone's ever been to Concordia, right? Because it's worth another scholarship there. So please reach out to me. My email is my last name, dias@csp.edu. Would love to share more about financial aid, applying, getting accepted, and all that great stuff. But we want you guys to come and visit. And I'm sure all these schools would say if you're ever anywhere near them, they want you to visit, because that is my biggest piece of advice. If you can take a tour at any college, big, small, a 2-year school, a 4-year school like Concordia, go and look at it. And I know that a lot of students this year, especially at some of the high schools I've been at, they just have missed out in the last year or so on the opportunity to actually go and just walk around a campus and see what it feels like, see if it fits them, if they feel like they could live there for 4 years, they could go to school there. So my huge piece of advice, go visit some schools, check them out, walk around, ask questions. You never know what you're looking for until you actually see it, and you won't see it if you don't go and visit. So yeah, come check out Concordia. We would love to have you here in St. Paul.
Thank you so much, Concordia. That was great information. Next, we're going to have Viterbo University.
Thanks, John. I'm going to grab my screen here real quick. So Viterbo is located down in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and we pull a lot of students from the Twin Cities, around Minnesota, around Wisconsin, around the Midwest. But what I'm always struck with, and I moved here too myself, is the bluffs and the river here make it feel like you're in an entirely different part of the country. So this is called the Driftless region. And of the 2 big glaciers that went through, one of them missed this region. And so there's some really beautiful bluffs, hiking, awesome opportunities. And so I hope you do get a chance to visit, as Drew was talking about, get on campus, see what it's like, and experience the area too. For Viterbo, some kind of quick facts here. So we're about 25,000 or 2,500 students strong, about 1,500 undergrad, and about 1,000 graduate. And so we have a mix of programs available. Those undergrad students, though, have really benefited from a lot of support from their faculty, support from their staff here on campus, and support from one another. We've had about a 100% placement rate. We were 99% last year in terms of getting folks into their careers right out of college. And so we've had really good success, and that's really been unmatched by a lot of schools like us. You do have small class sizes, so that's part of the reason for that. Average is about 16. Your faculty will know your name. They'll get to know you and support you and know what your goals are and be able to help you achieve that. But there's over 40 programs, so we'll talk a little bit about those. And little bit about what students do on campus and things like that, because athletics are certainly popular as an NAIA institution. It's kind of like being D2, like Concordia was talking about. There's some athletic scholarships, but it's not typically like full rides or that kind of thing. What you'll find though, both at Viterbo and in lacrosse in general, is a really welcoming community. So we're a Catholic Franciscan institution, and that hospitality is really close to our hearts. And so when you come for a campus tour, you'll really experience that hospitality. But being in a college town too, people want to know you. They want to know where you're from, what you're into, and they want to make those lifelong friends. And so you'll see that a lot when you're here. People are really engaging with you, maybe compared to some other parts of the country. For our programs, I mean, if we were to cluster them together, these would kind of be the bigger themes for academic majors. So you can see those on the screen here. Our biggest program, and I'll get into the actual majors here. Biggest program is actually nursing. So nursing, we have about 200 nursing spots each year. We also, our biggest program nationally is music theater. So we're a top 30 program in music theater in the country. Get students from all over the country coming here for that program. So there's a great benefit to that. Even if you are not musically talented or a performer, you'll get to see those awesome shows and productions that they put on right here on campus. And so I know as someone that lives here in the community and works here now, that's been a huge perk for me, because there's just so much talent and so many cool things that they're doing. But some of the other big areas for us include education. We started out as a normal school, training teachers, and it grew and grew from there. Our business areas are quite large, as are pre-health. So we have a lot of different opportunities within healthcare. We've got a hospital across the street and another one about a half mile away. One is Mayo and one is Gunderson, which are both top 50 health systems. So lots of opportunities with those for students academically. And again, this theme goes throughout all of these programs, but your professors will know you, and they'll be able to help you achieve those goals that you've set out for yourself. So a lot more we could talk about here, but for the sake of time, I'll talk a little more about that academic support. So we have the Hub for Student Support on campus. Surprisingly, like 95% of our students use tutoring services or other academic services on campus. It doesn't have the same kind of taboo that maybe students experienced in high school. They know that support is there for them and they use it. And so we've really normalized that seeking out of academic support, whether it's tutoring or supplemental instruction or things like that. And our students are doing great as a result. So that community here is not, it's not really a me community. It's about how can we build each other up and support each other, and everybody wins in that case. So career services, counseling services, academic advising, all of those folks really work together to help students on the regular. And then we've seen a lot of really cool progress with our multicultural student services and offerings this last year. So I've been excited about that too. In terms of applying, we're test optional. There's no app fee. We do rolling admissions. And so the application's open. It might take folks 20 minutes to get through. We're not on the Common App, so we do have our own application on our website. But I do encourage students to do that now, because there's some scholarship opportunities that they could miss out on if they wait. And so we have some scholarships that we offer students just at the point of admission, but then we also have scholarships that we offer students once they've been admitted and applied for kind of extra ones. So we have a Nightingale Nursing Scholarship Competition where we bring in our top 30 nursing candidates, and everybody walks away with something. And we do the same kind of thing with our pre-health students. And so those are two examples, but there's many more there. And so I do recommend students apply in October or maybe by Thanksgiving. Then they can focus on other scholarship applications, including the FAFSA too, for need-based aid. And then we can get them a full picture of what it's really going to cost them, because you want to go through that process and see what it costs at each institution. For our students, some of them, I was talking with one of our tour guides today, it was cheaper for him to come here than go to a public institution. And I think that's the case for a lot of folks once they go through that process. So there's some other cool things about professional preparation and getting ready for the real world that we do, including paid internships, clinical work, and things like that. But having some grad programs here too is nice as well. So we have some 4+1 options for MBA programs, even dietetics programs. We have a mental health counseling master's program that is super popular, but there's so many things you can do. So definitely check those out. But lastly, like Drew said, come visit. We'd love to see you on campus and give you a tour and help you get to learn Viterbo a little bit better. Thanks.
Thank you so much as well, Brian. All right, to finish up our evening, if we could have all our reps come back, and we would just like to leave you all with some parting advice to get you ready and prepared for the process. And so if you all could give everyone just a piece of advice that could help them through the whole college admissions process, what would that piece of advice be? And we can go in the order that we presented this evening.
Absolutely. So if I'm starting here, so I would absolutely just say reach out to myself, any other admissions officer, whether it's, at a university, at a college, whatever it might be. We are all here to help you out, basically make this process as smooth as possible for you. So any piece of advice I can leave, if you don't remember anything else from today's presentation, no worries. We are here to help you make this process as smooth as possible. So yes, just reach out as soon as you want to. I'll leave it at that and let everyone else go.
Yes, I will mirror that. We are your resource. So please reach out to us at any point within your admissions process. That is 100% what we're here for. And my second piece of advice, if you haven't done so already, create an email account that is specific to your college applications. This will help you stay organized and really know where all that communication is being sent. So just create a separate email. It's much easier that way. So yeah, good luck, everyone.
Yeah, students, you are the best part of this job. We want to talk to you. So please do not leave us to sit in our offices bored. Like, ask those questions. We have all been there through this process. Again, you are why we're here. So we are here to help you. Additionally, with it being October, whether you are going to a 4-year or a 2-year, do not wait to start this process. You and thousands of other students across the nation are all in the same spot starting this process. Some colleges have a shorter admission process, sometimes it's longer. Point being, because everyone is in the same boat right now, we want to make sure you're organized. So please start this process early, get your submissions in, and check in with admissions or enrollment services to be sure you're on track to starting on time.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so pretty much everything, all that you've heard already, but then also one thing that we were just talking about between the two of us was anytime you have the opportunity to write an essay, right, as a part of, anything that you're doing within the application, whether, it's part of the application or when you're applying for scholarships, anything like that, use that opportunity to tell a story, right? Give us a picture of who you are, right? As everyone else has already said, we are in this job because of students, right? We like interacting with students. We like hearing your stories, right? So giving us a picture behind, when we look at like your transcripts and, all your other materials, right? Give us give us a story behind that. Give us a holistic picture of you, right? That's really something that I would recommend as a piece of advice.
Let your personality show.
Yep.
And that's the most important part. Let your personality show so we can make sure that we're going to select the right person to actually attend our school. Mm-hmm. So we're not wasting your time. You're not wasting ours. But at the same time, we want to help you. We're here for you. Everyone is on this call tonight. We're all here for you. So we want you to be successful. We want to get you into college, whatever that roadmap is going to be for you. So just let your personality show.
Perfect.
Yeah, my piece of advice is there's this idea in the business world about multi-source feedback, that you need to get feedback from a lot of different areas in your life if it's going to be good. So if you're a manager and you only get feedback from your employees, it's going to be biased because you're their manager, right? If you students only ever get advice or feedback from us, admissions counselors, it's going to be biased. We can't help it, right? So I want you to get feedback from your parents, from people in careers that you respect, or people who have jobs that you think you might want in the future, and also from your friends or people that have been to colleges around you that you're considering. You need feedback and advice from all these different areas so that you're going to be able to make a wiser decision about where you're going to go.
I think that's been all really valuable feedback. So I'll stick with something like process focused. So get that FAFSA filed. It's open. Fill it out, even if you don't think you're going to get anything. You never know until you fill it out. So that FAFSA for seniors in high school right now, you can fill it out and send it off to up to 10 schools. If you have more than 10 schools you're looking at, you can submit it twice and send it out. But just get that in so you have that process started too, because the financial aid piece winds up a big part of that final decision when all is said and done.
All right, that was great advice from you all. So thank you so much for being so considerate with the information that you shared. And this concludes our session for the evening. Remember, there will be a recording of this event at strivescan.com/Minnesota. But other than that, for all of our representatives this evening, thank you so much for coming and have a great evening. Thank you all for everything.